Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to the show. Obviously, I am excited about the weekend. My name is Tokwe Mark Odige, and with me, as usual, are the ladies. Dami giving us the Alaja.
Yeah, Alaji vibes.
Yes,
Yahweh is yes, Alaji that is.
The Alaji is absent.
Yes, Yahweh Alaji vibes.
Yeah.
You know, it's the season where we have to show up and show out.
Yes,
so give them how we did take it.
Exactly.
But anyway, it's been a very busy week for me. Last Sunday, I was in Ile-Ife. I anchored the Queen Moremi at Jasoro 2024 leadership and I think culture and leadership pageants, and it was very interesting because, you know, there were 24 girls that were contesting, and one person emerged winner, and she even had a branded car. Yes, she got a branded car from
season. That's a big deal.
So it was really a big deal. In fact, this morning, coincidentally, the girl just sent me a message on Instagram saying, "Oh, I thank you very much." I think she was just doing that word round. So it was nice for me, and it's been back-to-back events. You know, this is the season.
I'm happy for you.
So we are still doing the work, and we are keeping the dream alive, and we are keeping the hope.
Fantastic. Amatu, how are you doing? How's our rice and oil selling?
It's doing very well.
This is
No, but the thoughtfulness of doing a package that is affordable, at least 15K is the category of average, you know. And
but you know, we supply supermarkets. If I have my own banter, you know, we supply supermarkets. There are some supermarkets that have refused to pay.
Wow.
For the past 6 months, we have been
6
on
months.
them. I'm telling you. That's why most times we don't like supplying supermarkets because of this delay.
Because they have to wait.
So we have just been going up and down trying to recover our funds and everything. So if you don't see our products in the supermarket, please pardon us. It's because they are not paying.
They are owing.
They are owing.
It's not we that we are not supplying.
So don't say, I've not seen your product.
She and I were twinning Zara scarf style. And you're looking very pretty.
Thank you. You too.
Amaka fresh.
I don't understand why she's complaining. Nigeria is owing. Everybody's owing.
So the template is on ground.
It's on ground, exactly.
But on another note, me too, I need car. I need a brand new car. Range Rover white, to be precise. That's what I need for this Christmas. Yes, let me put it out there so that the universe can now whatever. But then I'm still reeling from the food I ate yesterday. I had this abacha.
Really?
Talking
Abacha
about
fried fish.
With fried fish. With the goat's meat that they diced. See, I ate this food yesterday. I'm still thinking about it now. And I've been talking about
it. Been talking about it
since
since
morning.
You got here.
I enjoyed my food. My Igbo food, the abacha with owa.
So what makes it different from others that you've probably had?
Yeah. They put the dice the meat, goat meat. They don't put
the guala, the thing where they.
But I like it.
I enjoyed it.
I like it, but it's just that there's one bitter leaf that they put inside.
I love that bitter leaf. It balances it out.
I'm saying this with so much joy.
I think it's very medicinal.
Yeah, they said so.
Also, and it's going to be a busy weekend. Chris, then December started, and we're here for it. And baby girl, you look good.
I have a very, very busy weekend, but I had a restful week. From Monday, I've just been chilling. So today I have a speaking engagement. It's virtual. Tomorrow I have a speaking engagement in the morning, wedding in the afternoon. Then on Sunday, it is Daystar Christmas concert. It is going to be an amazing time. I'm your host, your MC for the day in church. So it's going to, like, it's a concert like never before. Christmas grotto, the children will have an experience outside. There's a Christian DJ, there is a Christian hype man. As in church on Sunday evening is going to be like,
lit.
It's going to be lit for Gen Z, for oldies and everyone. I'm really looking forward to the Daystar Christmas concert. We haven't done a concert, carol-ish stuff since COVID. We've always just been putting it in the service, but this time we're doing it in the evening. Shutting down Oregon. Apologies in advance, but we're going to be thanking God. It's been an amazing year, ups and downs, but for that we're alive. That we are alive. He has failed already. The devil has failed already. We are all going to end this year in joy and in happiness. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll take the top stories in the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We'll be starting the front page review today with The Nation, as usual. Akpabio, Senate stands with Nigerians on tax reform bills. Nobody can bully lawmakers. Governor's critics should attend public hearing. In other news, Sanwo-Olu sells purple green rail lines to investors in Morocco. Senate puts power sector failure under searchlight. BOI secures $50 million to lift women in SMEs. AMCON tracking 4 trillion naira toxic debts, says MD. And you can't miss the picture of the Borno State Governor, Babagana Zulum, as well as the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant Olufemi Oluyede, and other military chiefs when the army chiefs visited the governor in Maiduguri yesterday. The final story we're taking here, police indicts Lakarawa in Zamfara bombings and banker in 18 million naira ATM fraud. So what are we starting with?
Okay, it's not a very, very nice story, but it's good because lives were saved. And this one says it's not on the front page, but inside. Students' belongings gone in hostel fire. Apparently, there was an hostel fire yesterday at the Queen Elizabeth Hall, the University of Ibadan, UI Ibadan, yesterday. Although nobody died, but students scampered for safety as the fire began around 1:30 a.m. Confirming the incident, the General Manager of Oyo State Fire Service, Reverend Akiyemi Akiyinka, said the agency received a distress call at exactly 1:43 hours a.m. From Miss Ibikunle Halen, and immediately they were deployed to the institution and they arrived on time. On getting to the place, it was discovered that the fire started from 2 rooms on the upper floor of the Queen Elizabeth Hall, and those were the rooms that were practically affected. That there were no casualties recorded, and goods, belongings worth billions of naira were actually saved. So the Student Union President, Comrade Aweda Bolaji, and Secretary, Comrade Ogundijo Japheth, commiserated with the victims, and they all hailed the university management for their proactive measures in combating the fire.
That's good, that's good.
So it was great.
Yeah, so I have the story of the AMCON, even though it's very short. I think they just want to pass the information. They said about the 4 trillion. They said that the asset management company, that's AMCON, is trying to recover 4 trillion debts from debtors. And they said so far they have been able to recover 2 trillion. But then the Ajade guy, that's the man that is in charge of this, he said, lamented that those who are owing them are the eminent Nigerians, politicians, public officers, captains of industries, and other celebrities. And he also said that the EFCC have been helping him track down those people who are owing the debtors. So far they have been able to recover 2 trillion. So they are hoping that very soon they'll recover the remaining money with the help of EFCC. So that, like I said, is very short.
Everybody's going. In order to boost women-owned small and medium enterprises and by extension, reduce unemployment in Nigeria, the Bank of Industry has secured a $50 million loan portfolio from the African Guarantee Fund. This is great news. The BOI AGF deal came as the African Development Bank and the Italian government, under the Mattei plan, signed a $6 billion investment deal to sustain the development of initiatives with Africa's public and private sector. This is good news. The $6 billion deal gives additional opportunities for businesses in education, agriculture, healthcare, energy, water, and digital economy infrastructure, and will provide credit protection to foster investment within Africa. This transaction will be phased out in 3 tranches over a 10-year period, and will significantly scale up BOI's lending to small and medium enterprises in the country. This is totally amazing.
It's good news.
I just
when you have funds, then you can
this boss. I know many small businesses who have gotten intervention from BOI. So it's for people to go and seek, register, seek it, open accounts, walk into BOI office and ask for the details, especially if you're a woman and you are into business, because this fund is to lift women-owned businesses. I'm taking the major headline, which is about Akpabio saying that the Senate will stand with Nigeria. So he said he has asked Nigerians not to listen to social media. He said, if anybody is against the tax reform, nobody can bully the Senate into shelving the tax reform. I even like the fact that the Senate leader, Okoyemi Bamidele, has faulted reports claiming that the Senate has suspended legislative action on the bill, that's a lie, that they are working on it, and that there will be public hearing. Ministers, governors, religious leaders, traditional rulers, if you are against the bill or you have the grievance against the bill, Akpabio, the Senate leader, has said, the Senate president has said, you should attend the public hearing and voice your grievances. They reiterated that they will be on the side of the Nigerian people, that no matter how painful it will be, they would pass this law in the interest of the Nigerian people. If there needs to be adjustments, it's specified that they will make adjustments. They might delete some things, they might remove some things, but they would make their decision based on public interest. He also mentioned that there are many good sides to this law that people do not know. I am appealing that Nigerians, our leaders, should take the law from the interest of the general populace. The Senate president said that over 100 million people will benefit from tax rebates, because if you are earning less than 50 million naira in a year, you will not pay taxes. If you are earning less than minimum wage or minimum wage and below, you won't pay any tax. That the people it will be impacting is a whole lot. So let's get informed. Let's not be selfish regarding how we see the law affecting us. Moving on to the Punch, major headline. 29 states spend 2 trillion naira on travels, others. That's from a report. You will read it by yourself. Military retirees shot finance ministry over unpaid entitlement, overtime vehicles, custom plan auction after 2 weeks ultimatum. No reports of Lagos missing party girls, that's from the police. Amnesty alleges 10,000 die in military detention. Other stories, tax reform, I've taken that about the Senate denying, suspending debates as Southern senators meet. APC berates faction flooding Kano with Jonathan's 2027 posters. PDP trustees tackle National Working Committee over NEC meets Wiki in January. So we'll be taking the stories from the Punch after we return from the break. Stay with us, be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
It all started here. Like millions of Nigerian boys, my dream was to play for the Super Eagles. New Bisco Costa it fills me up, gives me strength and energy to do well. It is hard work and you need extra energy and strength to succeed.
Headlines to keep you updated on news and current affairs. There's sports, great features and places to go, and things to do. It's lights, cameras, and movie madness because we squeeze the best blockbusters into bite-sized reviews. Our award-winning and sometimes Guinness World-breaking chefs perform a culinary masterpiece every single morning inside of the kitchen that leaves us salivating and asking for more. Our book reviews is always a page-turner with thrilling stories, gripping memoirs, and fascinating tales. We keep you entertained with music performances, trending topics, and fun Friday games.
And on traffic today from Shasha bus stop.
So you guys plan to set me up?
Nah. 60 seconds is not enough to tell you all about Wake Up Nigeria. It's like trying to fit a T-Rex inside of a teacup. You'd have to tune in every morning at 7 a.m. to enjoy a whirlwind of excitement, laughter, and unforgettable moments. Wake Up Nigeria, your tickets to a fabulous start every weekday morning.
I am so sorry I'm late. I'm currently stuck in traffic. So sorry.
We're about to start the show. Hey! Yeah! See my head ready. Start.
The show starts in 3, 2, and
we're here again on your screens this beautiful morning doing what we do best.
Back and thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the front pages of the papers. You have a story?
Yes, I have the story of the missing girls or the allegedly missing girls, and the police is saying no reports of Lagos missing girls so far. And this says that despite calls from Nigerians on X.com urging the Lagos State Police Command to investigate the whereabouts of 6 ladies allegedly missing after a house party in Lekki over the weekend. And the report says that the Assistant Commissioner of Police for Area J Command, Elemoro, which oversees police divisions in Lekki and surrounding areas, Oluyemisi Ojo, disclosed this information to our correspondents on Thursday in response to an inquiry about the allegedly missing ladies. He says that in the less than 1 minute viral video shared on X on December 1st, 2024, features a lady recounting how 7 women were initially invited to a party, with one narrowly escaping after returning to retrieve her forgotten wig. And according to the lady, the time the 7th lady returned, the car had already driven off, leaving her behind. She expressed concerns over the situation, noting that the missing ladies' phones were unreachable and their friends have been unable to make contact. She also described the incident as deeply concerning, that 6 girls in Lekki have gone missing. They were invited to a private house party and no one has heard from them since. And the police, in response to our correspondence question on Thursday, the police commandant said, Ojo clarified that no one had filed a complaint regarding the 6 missing girls. So it's already
Why
in 2
are they
parts
waiting for someone to come and
complain?
first?
But if nobody complains officially, they can't book it, they can't put it down and know how to act. So it's just
I remember
a news
when
that
my
is
mom does James Bond, just visit me in school, because the parents might not know that
they have gone out.
missing.
Yes, they are missing.
Oh my God.
Everybody should be careful.
This December.
The Nigerian Customs Service on Thursday gave a 2-week ultimatum to owners of some overtime containers and vehicles to clear them, or else the cargoes will be auctioned. It says that this affects 512 overtime cargoes which are littered around Lagos ports, including Apapa, Kirikiri Lighter Terminal, Ports and Terminals Multi-Service Limited, and Tinkan Island Ports. He also explained that they are doing this in line with the NCS Act 2023, following a motion of expertise with file number FHC1 MISC 8262024, dated on the 28th of November 2024. Yes, they're saying that if you don't come after 2 weeks after the ultimatum, 2 weeks ultimatum expires, you will forfeit your container or cargoes to the federal government, and they can do whatever they want to do with this. This is coming months after the Controller General of Customs, Mr. Adewale Adeniyi, inaugurated a committee to dispose of overtime cargoes to fast-track the movement of imported goods and those for export. So if you have your goods there, I know that sometimes what's causing these delays, that people are not able to mop up funds to be able to clear their containers, clear their goods because of how things have happened. But just try to go there, negotiate something, whether it's to spread the payment or whatever, but just take your goods instead of losing the entirety of
the price fluctuation. I feel so bad for them. Nobody wants to let their products go, if not for what happened.
Yeah, so I have the stories of the retirees, that's the military retirees. My heart always bleeds anytime I see stories like this, because of the way retirees really suffer after they retire and then, their pension is not being paid. So the military, they said they went there. They said the retired military personnel on Thursday halted activities at the Federal Ministry of Finance in Abuja to protest their unpaid entitlements. They say they went there with their sleeping mats, chairs, canopies. They sat in front of the office there, and they said that this is the reason because government failed to pay the promised 20% to 28% salary increments, and also that the additional 32,000 added on to their pension, federal government hasn't paid that. Also, bulk payments on their security allowance, refund on pension deductions, all have not been paid. And they now said that, when they spoke to one of them, he said, we were made to understand that there is no issue about the approval of our money. Approval has been given, but the Ministry of Finance was the one holding on to our money. That is why we are here. But they are still there. They said they are going to resume back.
Yeah, they are threatened since last week that they were going to stay there. The money will be disbursed, please. Moving on to Vanguard, major headline. Tax reform bills are taking that story. Akpabio overrules Barao. In other news, PDP crisis. BOT decries shift of NEC meeting. Ask North Central to nominate Ayu's replacement. 2027. Jonathan's posters with new political platform flood Kano. Netizens on board mainstream energy solution for Nigeria's carbon registry. OPEC extend Nigeria's 1.5 barrels per day oil quota to 2026. Famoruti activists groups plan nationwide protest December 10. Privatization of the power sector, total failure comes from the Senate. Boko Haram, 10,000 people die in military custody. That's from Amnesty International.
Okay, this one has it that Lagos recovers over 500 million from real estate fraudsters. And this is actually saying the Lagos state government, since its establishment of the Real Estate Regulatory Agency, LASRERA, it has recovered over 500 million from over 3,000 petitions received from aggrieved members of the public who were victims of fraudulent practices of some developers. The state government also revealed that the revised state tenancy law, which will be ready in 2025, will safeguard the rights of both landlords and tenants in agreement terms. The special advisor to the governor on housing, Barakat Odunuga Bakari, said this during a media briefing in Alausa, Ikeja. And the commissioner also said, the special advisor rather, Odunuga Bakari, also said that the numerous cases was that one of Alhaji Abdullahi Abayomi Husseini, who bagged 10 years imprisonment for duping 133 persons, victims in Ajao Estate area of Lagos State. She also added that the building in question had now been confiscated by the state government for the construction of Lagos homes. And this one, she's also rounding it up to say the focus on sustainable development practices is more critical now than ever before, as we are facing growing challenges in managing the increasing demand for housing, addressing environmental concerns, and improving the safety and integrity of our building environments.
Fantastic. Other stories?
Yeah, so I have the story of the amnesty alleging that the 10,000 died in the Nigerian military detention. And I'm wondering, 10,000 in all this while, I'm sure it's more than that. So they are saying that 10,000 have died in military custody since the onset of Boko Haram insurgency in northeast Nigeria. 10,000 only.
10,000 is a whole lot, oh.
10,000
over the span of how many years?
For how many years?
Maybe
only
10,000 in custody, not like official. But take the story. Okay. Let's have the facts.
So yeah, so they said the Isa Sanusi announced, that's the director of the Amnesty. He announced and the organization filed a case with the International Court of Justice. He's trying to seek justice for them, and then he's now saying that the Nigerian military may have gender-based prosecution, even though they condemned Boko Haram for atrocities such as mass killings, abductions, attacks on schools aimed at deterring education, especially for children. He said that they've been trying to make efforts to obtain comments from the Director of Defense so that they can ascertain the number of people who have died, but that that has been unsuccessful. Calls and emails went unanswered at the time of the filing of this report, and that's the reason why they have gone here, is suing them to court.
Public. Okay.
Yeah, so let's.
There's a gang is happening now, where the Senate has begun a probe into the activities of generation companies, Gencos, yes,
power
which
sector.
Is good. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, distribution companies, DISCOs, for failing to deliver reliable electricity, describing the power sector as a total failure. It's also strongly criticized the power sector operators, saying they have added no significant value to the sector and threatened to come up with legislative measures in order to take back, in order to total repeal of the policy which has enabled privatization of the sector since 2013. because they feel that Nigerians and citizens have been plunged into darkness since they came about. But something interesting happened whereby something interesting happened, yes, where the committee, the Senate, where the president the report, the Senator Abaribe, who attributed the president grid failures to factors such as aging infrastructure, abandoning projects worth trillions of naira, regulatory inefficiencies, security lapses, lack of modern monitoring systems such as the SCADA, and inadequate financial oversight, that this was part of the whole thing. But what I found interesting is that whenever the grid collapses, do you guys know how much it takes and how much it took in 2024 for them to revive it? It took them, 42 billion naira.
There's something fishy going on.
Yes, which is, they said approximately $25 million. So, and it collapsed 3 times majorly, and they said that whenever it collapses, that for instance, while running costs for a plant like Azura, Delta, or Shiroro, cost them approximately $105,000. That restarting costs can reach up to $7 million per incident.
There is something fishy going on. It's not our hot topic. We can't delve into it because we're out of time. However, this is even cost on government. We're not talking about the cost on the people who are losing money. Inside everything, we've had the solution, decentralizing this thing, so that if one shuts down, does not affect the others. Once we are able to do this, we'll get the solution. It is not rocket science. We can't solve this problem, and I'm happy the Senate is looking into it. I'll just read the headlines of the Tribune, and then we call it the end for the newspaper review. Nigerian Tribune, major headline, blackouts, Genco's TCN discos in trouble. We're taking that story already. Ibori's daughter, 4 LP federal lawmakers defect to APC. Court case probe of funds allocated to 17 local governments in Abia from 2019 to 2023. Borno deputy governor, over 100 others escape plane crash. We're happy for them. Federal government launches 20 billion naira consumer credit fund for locally assembled automobile. That's also good news. Well, we can't take any of the stories in Nigerian Tribune, but we'll take a break. When we return, please stay with us. It's Friday. We have a lot to talk about. So we return. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
My jams, they use energy at school.
Your jams need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
I am so sorry I'm late. I'm currently stuck in traffic. So sorry.
We're about to start the show. Hey, yeah. See you getting ready. We're gonna start.
The show starts in 3, 2, and...
We're here again on your screens this beautiful morning doing what we do best.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
my 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show. I can go. I can. That's all we can take. I choose to close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked.
You're already almost naked. No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to spoil?
That woman.
Bam!
Yeah, today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's get talk.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay tuned. Entertainment for Pure Entertainment. Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Oh, wow. My typical day is filled with meetings, consultations, and of course, traffic. And that's all part of the hustle and bustle of city life. But the real fun starts when I can just settle down and catch up with all my favorite programs on TVC. Believe me, it's pure entertainment.
Oh, hello guys. Come closer. Now this is not a magic trick, but I'm about to show you the best breakfast show on television. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
This is...
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. For our Game Changer segment, we will be including our audience on today's special edition. We will take one story from our different social media platform and read your stories on air. We will be doing this immediately after the ladies are done with sharing their own Game Changer story. Today, as usual, we'll be highlighting the stories of resilience that has shaped us into who we are today. Of course, we've been doing this every Friday for the past few weeks, sharing from our stories to encourage people about resilience, strength, you know, making the best and changing the game. Now, you are one gingered sister of mine. As in, every time I see Dami on Instagram, I'm like, geez, can somebody have this much energy? And I've been thinking back to, because I'm writing my book, which is story of my life, and drawing lessons.
Nice.
And I am working with a writing coach to help me make it more strong. And she was forcing me to come up with, to think about my past. Now, I'm someone that, when things have happened, I don't live in the past.
Yeah.
But she made me think. And then I remembered how bullied I was in my junior secondary school in boarding house. And I shared it on the show.
Yeah.
Now, I rarely share it because I've decided to forget about it.
Yeah.
But I was reminded when I saw my secondary school mate who bought sweet corn from me, and she told me that she just bought sweet corn and went. I went to give her, to collect change for her. And apparently she was gisting about me. That, Tokwe really suffered when she was in school.
Wow.
So when she saw me, she was like, you say you only did junior secondary school together. I said, yes, so I suffered and they had to rescue my life by taking me away from that boarding school. But the fact that she could also remember, and this is how many years after, the level of bullying I went through.
It was really terrible.
But it was really terrible. I did not speak Yoruba, and I'm in a Yoruba area, Ayetoro. Yes, okay. In Ogun State. I was in comprehensive high school, Ayetoro, boarding house. I wasn't speaking Yoruba. I was very tall. I was very sheltered. I was very butty. And I was thrown into a public school, and I've always been in a private school, so I was very
going to be a
fish out of water. I did not even know what I was doing. Yeah, so it was really, really bad. So, but when I now told my writing coach, she was surprised that how come it's not affecting who you are today. That's the game changer part. That you will go through some things, and it will not color your life forever. You will not be attacking everybody because you were once bullied. But did you guys go through boarding school, and were you ever?
I went to command secondary school, the Buakwata Ibadan. That school, you know, when you go to military school from your JSS 1, I think it's something that my secondary school, maybe that would be my game changer story, because I remember vividly a few months back when I went to the school, I actually accused them that I was supposed to sue them. Because I remember that when I was leaving SS3, I was actually in chains. I was chained because of something I didn't know anything about.
Wow.
But I remember that when I left, I told them that if I'm going to come back to this school, you people will have a reason to reckon with me. And that was my game changer story. Because I think when we finished WAEC, boys came to the hostel. But because I passed at the time when the boys gained entrance, the junior students who saw me then just assumed that I was the one who opened the door and went straight to the VP Academics, who lived opposite our hostel, and reported the incident. And the next thing in the morning, they brought, you know, it was a military school, so they brought Godo soldier, everybody, where's Banire, and I was somehow quite popular because I was friends with this student, Sheung Lawal. Of course, she knows, Sheung Badebo Lawal, who everybody assumes, because she was also a military child, that she's wicked. Because she was in Ojo, I lived in Festac. So automatically, when you are friends with Sheung, it's like, you're a bad person already. So I had that transfer of identity on me without even understanding. So the next thing when they came back, everybody, and they chained me in the...
chained? When you said chained?
I was on chain as a secondary school student. I'm telling you, as an SS3 student, chained hands and legs because the report was I allowed boys enter the hostel. And I was there for 3 days. And until when my mother came to actually to school, that was when I was being released.
3 days?
3 days. Yes, at the security post. I still said it to last month when I went there.
You did not steal?
I slept there as a girl.
You did not steal?
I didn't steal.
No, but she allowed boys. They said,
They said allegedly that I was the one that...
crime.
So they didn't even ask me.
No investigation.
There was no investigation. People didn't come out to say this. That's why I told the recent commandant last year, I said I was supposed to sue you people.
It was a game changer story because that must be why you defend. Nobody should lie on top of my head.
For me, it's like, the stone that the builders rejected became a tree. And I told them there and then, I said, any reason I have to come back to this school, you will have to reckon with me. And I think that I carried on. And somebody asked me yesterday that, you seem like a person that has so much to prove to people. I said, yes, because my father didn't want me to do broadcasting. I went to College of Aviation in Zaria. He wanted me to be a pilot. I left from there. He sent me to...
imagine you a pilot, though. We thought this your talk.
Do you understand?
The plane, you know, be telling us...
No, we will just all true. We will just all true. And after then, he said, no, if you don't want to be a pilot, you have to go to Petroleum Training Institute. Everyone worry. I wrote the exam again. But I remember that the main game changer was, I like what I'm doing. I studied mass communication. And I looked at them in the eyes, my both parents, and I said, see, there's no how I'll die before you. You people will die before me. So let me do a profession that I can defend for myself, that I love. And that was my game changer story. And since then, my dad will call me. If he watches it, and he say, you talked about me, you did, you did. Last week that you talked on the show, this one, I said, really, you that when you pass, they will off everything, if that means on TV. And so, because I've been able to make them proud over the years, my resilience, I remember when I used to wear my mom's clothes on TV.
Let us hear from Amaka before
there's a lot of game changers.
And that's the thing. The beauty of what we're doing on the show is to make people remember. Because sometimes we've moved on and we don't remember. So this game changer makes you think about these things that have built resilience in you, because you're now moving on. You don't remember that the things that made you who you are important. I'd like to hear from...
Yeah, so I'm also going to talk about my secondary school and then the God factor. Right? Yes, I went to a Catholic school, Marist Academy to be precise. And I'm not a morning person. Never have been, except, if there's money and business involved. But then I realized that I had to wake up in the morning, say the rosary, go to church and stuff. And then sometimes that used to be annoying. I used to find it annoying because you just want to sleep more, sleep extra.
A bit more.
Yeah, it's a bit more. And then you now find students that they won't stand up. As they are standing, they can stand and sleep. You have to come up with different ways to catch up on your sleep. But then the amazing thing is that that whole upbringing and teachings as what has sustained over the years, sustained my life over the years. Do you understand? It also made me resilient. Even as an adult, I'm living by myself, I'm doing my own thing. Why I know that if I want to sleep all day, all week, in fact, it's
and yet you are still productive.
But yeah, you're still productive.
Discipline.
You still have to wake up at night, midnight, do kabash, do midnight prayer and everything, because that resilience is now a part of you, where you know that regardless of what's going on, the God factor is more important than anything. And so I hold on to that.
So now we'll take some of our social, because we posted it online that people should share their game changer stories, and we got a few, but we'll be taking one from Twitter. Ramatu has the one from Twitter.
I'm a teenager who just turned an adult in November. I've always wanted to become a filmmaker because of my love for movies. I told family members about my aspirations. All were in support of my dreams, except my cousin. He works in the entertainment industry, so I kind of idolized him while growing up. When he heard about my inspirations, he said, I can never make it as a filmmaker at this age. To be honest, his words hurt me very much, so I decided to prove him wrong. I went on YouTube to learn the concepts of filmmaking since I have no experience, and how to create a screenplay for movies. It took me a month and few days for me to learn it all extensively. To the glory of God, I have concluded writing the screenplay for my first short film, and production begins next year.
Wow, congratulations. This is from Ewe Uti Bebasi. That's the one you just read from Facebook. That's so beautiful. So,
Sheun Baruwa says, my game changer story made things happen by looking for and seeing things that others didn't see in me. I made sure to strive to be innovative in several ways because I came from nothing, and despite family members not helping me and my mom when my dad passed, I still came out true and right. My mom stood by me and sold lots of things except hard drugs just to make sure I went to school. Will it be wrong to say that my mother is my game changer? We'll be glad if my comment is read on air, and your comment is being read on air.
God
bless your mother.
God bless your mother.
She reap the fruit of her labor.
Yes, so please take good care of her, and of course, Sheun Baruwa's mommy, we are celebrating you. I wish she put her name so we can call out her name, but there are many mothers and fathers who are game changers in the life of their children, and we really should use the opportunity to celebrate them. So you can take the final one.
Yes, I have the final one from Instagram, and it's Dr._Fasonya. And she's saying that my game-changing moment was earning my PhD at just 26.
Wow.
It wasn't an easy journey. Balancing research, teaching, and personal growth was a challenge. There were moments I felt overwhelmed, but my passion for lifelong learning and desire to create an impact in education kept me going. The milestone reaffirmed my belief in that education is not a scam, but a powerful tool for transformation. Now, I dedicate my life to empowering young students and advocating for sustainable development. My story is a reminder that dreams are achievable no matter where you start. The road may be tough, but the view in the destination is worth it.
Oh, these are so inspiring stories. From the PhD to the one that has written his screenplay and self-taught from YouTube.
Yes.
That's
and
game
he was
changing.
even discouraged, as
yes.
he tried to discourage him, but
from somebody he looked up to.
And even the one who's celebrating his mom. Thank you all so much for sharing your game changer story with us. We definitely do cherish your stories of resilience, and we're hoping that these stories, as well as our story, would inspire you to pass it forward. Share it with your own family as well to inspire them. We'll go on a short break right now. When we return, it's Friday. We're doing either celebrity gist or lifestyle stories. We'll be taking one of such when we return after this break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Wake Up Nigeria.
On Wake Up Nigeria, we take your mornings from drab to fab. A quick look at the newspaper headlines to keep you updated on news and current affairs. There's sports, great features and places to go, and things to do.
47, 48, 49, 50, it's okay.
It's lights, cameras, and movie madness because we squeeze the best blockbusters into bite-sized reviews. Our award-winning and sometimes Guinness World-breaking chefs perform a culinary masterpiece every single morning inside of the kitchen that leaves us salivating and asking for more. Our book reviews is always a page-turner with thrilling stories, gripping memoirs, and fascinating tales. We keep you entertained with music performances, trending topics, and fun Friday games.
And on traffic today from Shasha bus stop.
So you guys plan to set me up?
Nah. 60 seconds is not enough to tell you all about Wake Up Nigeria. It's like trying to fit a T-Rex inside of a teacup. You'd have to tune in every morning at 7 a.m. to enjoy a whirlwind of excitement, laughter, and unforgettable moments. Wake Up Nigeria, your ticket to a fabulous start every weekday morning.
I am so sorry I'm late. I'm currently stuck in traffic. So sorry.
Hi, we're about to start the show. Hey, yeah. See you ahead and ready. We're gonna start.
The show starts in 3, 2, and...
We're here again on your screens this beautiful morning doing what we do best.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Oh wow, my typical day is filled with meetings, consultations, and of course traffic, and that's all part of the hustle and bustle of city life. But the real fun starts when I can just settle down and catch up with all my favorite programs on TVC. Believe me, it's pure entertainment.
Oh, hello guys. Come closer.
Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza to the richness of our culture to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Event Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Like I said, it is Friday. A celebrity gist, lifestyle conversation, and we have a bona fide celebrity by all standards. He's a Nigerian actor, comedian, radio and television presenter, film director, and in the many world of Nigerian entertainment, his name shines brightly. Veteran by all standards. He has carved out an illustrious career spanning across acting, comedy, directing, producing, entrepreneurship. radio, television, presenting, film. Welcome with us, the one and only Ayodeji Richard MAKUN, popularly known as AY, in the building.
Let's say that you are amongst women.
Let me breathe. Let me
Absorb it.
We are so excited to have you. But we're going into a gist because we want to just have a conversation. Many people yab us that, we're only talking from women's perspective. It's important to have a man's perspective. And this particular story requires a balanced perspective. So I'm so happy you're here.
Okay.
What do you think about looking decent without destroying your body? So a Nigerian man was making a case against the nose ring, put up his wife and said that his wife has a case study. According to him, his wife is already very beautiful. Anything else to add to the beauty, all those piercings will be destroying the body of his wife. So we want to have a conversation around it. One, we'll start, of course, from his perspective of wife, then go to the perspective of self and even children. Because in the same vein, Nino Lowo Makanaki, he posted about taking his daughter for piercing. When I watched the video, I was like, oh my goodness. This world we're living in today, how do we approach this? Is taking piercings and all of that good or bad? What's your opinion? That's what we're going to be discussing. It will be general discussion among all of us. I won't put you on the first one. But
no, don't worry. But I can quickly come in by saying that different strokes, different folks.
You want to end the conversation for us? Yeah. Let us even start before you end it for us.
But personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of doing too much. Modesty for me remains the very best.
When you say modesty, you mean simplicity? Or?
Yeah, simplicity in every sense. Anything close, even makeup, which you see as some form of enhancement for women. To project their beauty. When it's subtle, near the natural look, I feel is the best. So, like I said, different strokes for different folks.
I'll still ask you more questions. Let me invite our callers to join the conversation. You can call us to join this conversation on 08127 053 687. The number is on your screen. Munch it and put a call through. We'd love to hear from you. You can also tweet to us on X using hashtag #YourViewOnTVC. Then we are also on YouTube streaming. You can comment there and one of the ladies would read your message. So, this one is very close to home. You know, my son, I have a staff who has earrings, a guy. And is my video guy. Why are you doing?
I have 7 piercings each.
Jesus. And me as a woman, the only pierce that I have is this one that I put earring. And even this one, I barely use it. So my son came to the office and saw Fawaz for the first time and he was like, let me go back home. I knew we were going to discuss it. This is a less than 10-year-old boy. And he was like, Mommy, you say it's not good to pierce. How come Fawaz has earring? That guy in your office, he has earring on. I say it is his choice, but in our own house, by our own rules, we don't do those kind of things. Tough conversation to have. Now, Dami, how would you feel if you want to do extra piercing as you have plenty pierced already?
No space again. No space again. I'm exhausted. No space.
Let's say your husband now says that, Mbano, this is not decent. You should have only one piercing as far.
Already pierced.
And tells you to only use one piercing.
Even the mother of my mother, you understand? She couldn't stop it. At the point when I was growing up, I remember that my mom was viciously complaining because the first one was the one from birth. The second one was after secondary school, was shortly that SS3 period. Then the remaining 5, I pierced them myself.
Jesus.
Because I have this myth, I think it's this myth that says that, when somebody is wakajube up and down, if he pierce ear for you, not go done. So before somebody that go and be waka waka, and now pierce my ear, and now have...
No, help me to understand it.
That's a myth.
It's a myth that I've never heard it before.
If somebody who florix around, who hops bed around, do you understand? If they pierce for you,
so
that you probably you have swellings.
Yes.
Or it might not get done. It might not...
You've heard it before?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's in town.
I have.
Where do you people live?
Hey.
So we the town children know what is in town.
What era she's from?
Well, yeah, the same era you are from, because if people know it together.
So that's why I pierced the remaining. But then I remember that my mom at a point, she was viciously complaining that it doesn't look responsible. And I said, because I don't like tattoos. And I think because I went to the north, I traveled, I've been to Jos, Kaduna, Abuja, then I see the way our Hausa women arrange it. So I loved it. And that was the basis for me. So it was the fact that, if Hausa people can arrange earrings, why can't a Yoruba person do it? But my mom came from this angle that, they'll perceive you as an irresponsible person.
Yes.
Though over the years, if you have maybe meetings, some very serious, because of that labeling, I tend to take some off. But these days, here we cover it.
Anyway.
So you understand. So anyway, so it's not even until my husband says, the husband that will marry me with piercing like this already. Maybe any other thing addition, I might not step into it, but it's done. The last one I had was like 5 years ago.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so very common in the north. We have it. In fact, why I do not have it is because I realized that my own skin doesn't heal fast. So I tried to pierce the second one, and then it's up till today. I'm still trying to heal. So that's the reason why, if not, I would have had my nose ring and, piercing in all over the place, even my ears. But there's just one part that I really frown at, that's the one at the belly button. And then there's one behind.
What's the difference between belly button and nose?
At the back. They usually
is the dancing of AY for me.
So that's the only one that I have issues with. But aside that, piercing, and all of that, it's very lovely. It makes a woman look sexy. Yes, sexy.
Vivian in at the concert.
I've had a lot of it. I've had a lot.
What else can I say? With this point of theirs, hope I've been able to
convince you that it's different strokes.
Different folks.
Please, what's your own experience on this matter?
I feel that your body, my body, our choice. Anything where you like for this life, I beg to. All of us will die. Okay. Why am I saying this? I remember, like, I come from a home where second piercing, whatever. But I keep wondering, like I said, why are you frowning at second piercing? Like, I used to argue with my parents. They're like, but then I grew up in a home where we wear anklets. Because as from my father's side, they're royal, and we have our own personal goldsmiths. So there's just so much gold. I hated yellow gold at some point. I'm wearing anklets where everybody frowns at you. I'm going to visit some of my friends, and their parents are like, these guys wear anklets. But I grew up wearing anklets, and then from where I'm from, Onitsha too, we do the whole the traditional thing and stuff. We wear a wardrobe and everything. We wear anklets. It's normal. Someone like, why would you allow me pierce my ear when I can wear anklet? So one time like that, I went on holiday. I went. I was in the UK. I went to Manchester, and that day I woke up. I said, "Genge, today, not today." I had mission 3-point agenda. 1, tummy piercing, because I wanted to keep my tummy flat, and I felt that if I pierce my tummy, whatever, it will make me, because I want to show it off. Then I'll work on
to make you keep that shape,
the flat tummy. Right? Because there must always be agenda to everything I want to do. Then the second one, I say tattoo. They say sexy, but what I always say, professional, I say, okay, I'll do the tattoo, then I'll do it in a place that will be hidden, so that my parents will catch me. I say I fear for my parents with my stubborn head. Then third one was to pierce the second ear. I went that day, I did the second one, I pierced my second ear, which I love. I don't have any regrets.
She's looking for it. See
the second one now. Look at it. Then I now did the
belly button.
I bought the diamond stud for the belly button. We now say we'll do it last. I now say, okay, let's do the tattoo. Did the tattoo, which you will never know. You never see. Then when you got to the belly button, by then my whole body was paining me, ear paining me. When I did the tattoo, the pain, I said, no, now come back next Saturday. Now, so till tomorrow, I don't go back. And I regret
So you did 2 out of the 3-point agenda.
Yes, but I regret it because I know that if my belly for don't flat past the people you like.
But that belly button is quite...
I have a phone call. Yeah. I'll take this phone call that I will come to, because I can see different expression on AY's face. And I really want to get, because we rarely have a man between us, this conversation. So it will be interesting to get a man's perspective. Raman, welcome to the show. Good morning. Are you still there? Or did I delay you? Welcome to the show. Rabiu.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello?
Hello, Rabiu, you are live.
Yeah. It's all right. That is interesting. I'm with you. I can hear you.
We are with you too.
Oh, we are with you. Talk to us.
Don't listen to the TV, please, Rabiu. Just talk directly.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment related to the topic you people are discussing. You know, to me, piercing does not increase the esteem of a woman because woman beauty is supposed to be natural. You understand? But this piercing is more of an artificial modification. So there are many ways in which a woman can modify herself naturally and the beauty will grow. You understand? For example, now here in the north, it seems to be a taboo to some extent in some society. You understand? If a lady pierces her nose, it's like 5 earrings on her hair. You understand? People will be looking at her as if she's irresponsible. Possibly she don't know what she's doing and the rest. So society talks more, you understand, on how a lady appears. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you so much.
I don't think...
Thank you so much, Rabi. Rabi obviously prefers this natural matter. So it brings me back to EY. You see, the thing for me is there's always this misconception that women dress for men or women dress for themselves. And men find things attractive and they will say no, they don't find it attractive. So I'm confused. If many northern women put jewelry on and the first caller that we got from the north is saying it makes you look that he prefers natural enhancement, and our Oga here too is saying it makes you look you prefer natural things. Why is there must be a market for all of these things?
Of course. It brings me back to different strokes for different folks.
Okay.
This is AY saying what he likes. The other person can say what he likes as well. As a matter of fact, beyond piercing and what have you, I mean, the general makeover that has engulfed society in present time, there are a lot of people who find it very attractive. I have friends. They'll be like, wow, look at that.
Yeah, really.
You know, everything. But for some people, it's like, was all that? And for some other people, they just want moderation. Like, okay, even if you want to do the one that, you know,
close to natural.
Yes, you know. Some people will just have one small tiny leg like this and go and carry a bazooka like this, you know. And then, you know, it's like foundation. Your leg is the foundation.
Yeah.
You now go and build that kind of balance on top of that fragile, tiny legs. And then it becomes so obvious and crazy. So for someone like me, I don't have any problem with you doing anything you want to do. But I must say this. Even if women say that, oh, we are doing this for ourselves, it's not completely true. Yeah, it's not completely true. You're doing it to get the necessary attention, to sell the necessary market, and the buyers...
I don't agree with you. Let me take Daniel. I'll take you up on that.
Not maybe markets.
No. I'll take you up on that.
I said,
Daniel, maybe. Daniel, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning. And what a coincidence that I'm going to start my contribution from where AY stopped. And this is to totally disagree with them.
I'm struggling to hear you. Can you project a bit more?
Okay. I said good morning. It's quite coincidental that I'm going to start my contribution from disagreeing with what AY is saying. Yeah, granted, if there are some people who may do it for a particular market, but trust me, quite a number of them do it because this is what they like and this is what they want. Going back to the point of different strokes for different folks, right, it contradicts what AY is trying to say. For instance, I have a daughter. My daughter is 22 years old. Right from time immemorial, I've always wanted to see ladies with waist beads and leg chains, anklets and all whatnot. I'm not a tattoo type. I don't have any kind of piercings on my body as a man. I don't do any kind of tattoo. The only needles that have touched my body are those that are medical. But right from age 3, my daughter started wearing waist beads and anklets. She's doing her master's now. She's in the UK. She's got an anklet, and I love it on her. In fact, the only time you can accuse me of looking at a woman indecently is when I see a woman with waist beads. Now, this is nothing immoral. It is an attraction. I like it, and I don't mind seeing women with piercings. Now, for instance, if you do it in moderation, there are men who have tattoos on their bodies. That is okay by me. But when you see a man with tattoos on his face, there's a musician, I don't really know his name. He's got tattoos on his face that looks monstrous. Now, in as much as I don't like it, I don't care if he has it. But I wouldn't want to see my daughter with it. So if she her adventure decides she wants to wear a tattoo on her face, I have a duty as a dad to speak to her about it. But she's having tattoos on maybe her arm and wherever. It doesn't really matter to me. So long as she's comfortable in her skin, she's comfortable in what she's wearing, that is fine by me. And the last condition, she will have to be responsible for whatever happens to her as she carries those things on her body. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you so much. We've had 2 callers from the north, your area, Ramatu.
We wear it, we have it, we wear
You
it.
people, you own it.
We wear it.
So what's his disagreement? What's his disagreement with them?
So he's disagreeing with you from his conversation about the fact that women are not wearing it for men, that women wear for themselves.
I said maybe.
Yes. So they did not listen completely.
He should come to Lagos. He should come to Lagos. Let me take him to those
where women wear it for
the marketers.
Let me ask you this question. Is there any part of the body that when pierced you get attracted?
I have not based my attraction on any form of piercing. You know, my attraction, should be from here. We should be able to be in the same room and
but men are moved by what they see.
Well, not all men. I'm a man. I can be moved with all the aesthetics, all the beauty, but the crown is knowing that that beauty has a mission, that beauty has that brain.
It's not like
to go with it.
Empty heads.
The attraction is the attraction. I'm here in the midst of beautiful ladies. I just might be attracted, but the conversations that we're having, I can begin to say, oh wow, okay, this person, that person, I like this point. And that forms the basis of what takes it to the next level.
Honestly, you just won me over.
Like looking for where beads are. I have a friend, if she walks in here, you know she wears beads. The beads are like tambourine. It must not cut in the back.
That me with the stories. We'll take a break. We'll take a break. When we come, I don't understand these ladies. I don't know where they got there from because I have a totally different breed. When we return, I will tell you my own story. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will...
Now, this is not a magic trick, but I'm about to show you the best breakfast show on television. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
This is Wake Up Nigeria.
On Wake Up Nigeria, we take your mornings from drab to fab. A quick look at the newspaper headlines to keep you updated on news and current affairs. There's sports, great features and places to go, and things to do.
47, 48, 49, 50, it's okay.
It's lights, cameras, and movie madness because we squeeze the best blockbusters into bite-sized reviews. Our award-winning and sometimes Guinness World-breaking chefs perform a culinary masterpiece every single morning inside of the kitchen that leaves us salivating and asking for more. Our book reviews is always a page-turner with thrilling stories, gripping memoirs, and fascinating tales. We keep you entertained with music performances, trending topics, and fun Friday games.
And on traffic today from Shasha bus stop.
So you guys plan to set me up?
Nah. 60 seconds is not enough to tell you all about Wake Up Nigeria. It's like trying to fit a T-Rex inside of a teacup. You'd have to tune in every morning at 7 a.m. to enjoy a whirlwind of excitement, laughter, and unforgettable moments. Wake Up Nigeria, your ticket to a fabulous start every weekday morning.
I am so sorry I'm late. I'm currently stuck in traffic. So sorry.
We're about to start the show. Hey, yeah. See, we're getting ready. We're gonna start.
Yeah. Different vibe every time. So while I have actually never, because I'm not a jury. I spent most of my growing up years in CAC. We don't wear trousers. We did not wear earrings. So for many years of my life, I did not wear earrings or trousers. I don't even notice people wearing jewelry. People that watch the show, they know me. I've been on the show several times without earrings. So I don't notice. I never know she had piercings.
So you've never been, coming from that background, you've never been engulfed with any form of midlife crisis?
No. I have no. I'm turning 40.
Only God knows what will happen next.
No, don't worry.
Yes,
I'm turning 40 next year, but my adventure is probably within maybe dyeing my hair or something there about then makeup. Yes. But I'm not. At least there's still room, Abby. Yes. I'm not pierced anything after they pierced this. Nothing. Never done tattoo. Never worn ankle chain ever. Never even tried on waist bead ever. So I cannot conclude because I'm an adventurous person. But it's just that by upbringing, and that's
she never
resumed straight.
Never met a man.
But the reason, and I have 3 children. I never met a man. But you see what occurred to me when everybody was sharing their story. Everything is from people's perspective. So she wore anklets, and that is culturally appropriate based on her lineage and the royalty where she comes from. It's what is expected. You mentioned during the break.
In Warri, once we see that, let's say this one Ogbanje. But at some point, I started finding it attractive, you know? Yeah, I started finding it attractive, no lies. But then, there's this extra fear that you have as a guy. You just believe that this girl is sport. This guy don't tear. So it's always like
that connotation for us. But if you say...
Let me take this call from Port Harcourt. I'll come to you, Dami. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Mr. John.
This is actually my first time.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yes, I totally agree with what Yawa is saying. Because to me, whenever you see a lady dressing, there must be a purpose for that dress. A lady cannot just pick up something that, for example, if you are wearing a waist bead, most of them do show this waist bead. I know that there is no way you are walking and you can be seeing your waist bead behind. So who are the people that you want them to see the waist bead? Is it that when you say you are wearing it for yourself, are you the one also looking your waist bead behind? The answer is no. So definitely there must be a market for it. And there is this lady that is married, and I discovered that she's doing bleaching. So I asked her, Madam, your skin is just color. What is the purpose behind this thing? She said she's just doing it to look good and the rest. And I discovered that all of a sudden, as she's walking around the street, she's wearing this bra that is pumping her breast out. And this.
Uncle John, what are you looking for? Seeing a married woman's something?
No, I discovered that my friend's wife is going astray. Because I don't know how with that kind of dress that she's trying to belong because of the kind of dress that she's seen other ladies wearing. So I asked her a question. So the purpose behind it is to get attracted to other men. It's just like the way ladies are doing bombs and everything now. How can somebody go and get loan of 10 million to go and do that? You understand?
I understand you, Mr. John, but I don't...
5 million, you cannot invest your money.
Some people, their body is their investment, and they take good care of their body.
Let's not shy away from the fact that some persons have gone overboard. Some do it on their tongue. Some,
why are you calling it overboard? If you can pierce your ear, see the way Nigerians are selective in it. It's okay to pierce nose, but it's not okay to pierce your tongue.
It's not okay to pierce. But if we're even going to talk about piercing, maybe the one I feel a bit awkward about is when you have to pierce your titties.
Hey,
and because that's why I
show
your body,
do you understand? That's why I didn't call it the main name. Anybody that knows that one, you people are inside that. because of the medical implications, I feel that, okay, a lot of young women do it now, and they are wondering, do you people even want to breastfeed at all? Do you want to wind babies? Are you going to have to take it out? Long-term perspective, breast cancer, what is... Because sometimes, if you look at this fashion that we are engaging in now, it is not now that we'll begin to see the repercussion. It's that like after 10 years, 20 years. I've had people who pierce, and after a few years, they begin to grow keloids, and they have to take it out. A friend of mine went to do open teeth. That mouth swell like this. The point is something I'm going to do. Yes, she went to file open teeth in Yaba. At the other, my sister, she have gone to look for cement to block that open teeth.
Sorry that you did not have.
I'm outside child. I want to do more. You understand? So I know all sorts and I see all sorts. But when you just say
yeah, but the thing is this, right? Like I say, depending on the kind of profession you're in, you should know what to do. You understand? I'm not going to be a lawyer and then the way I'm a lawyer, I'm in court or whatever, and then I have piercings on my tongue or whatever. But if I'm an artist...
I put it to you.
Yeah. But if I'm an artist, I can decide to design my whole product. I'm selling my market. That is the profession. Depending on your profession, you can do whatever you want to do. And then you can't judge people based on... You know, everybody,
your own worldview.
Like in the north, they do all the tattooing all over their body, lali and stuff.
Yeah, and I think for some people, it's just a way of boosting their individual confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I still say that piercing in some areas very dangerous because especially like the one of belly button. I've seen a video of somebody who pierced her belly button and it turned out very
So
bad.
let's dig into the medical implication of some of this.
It turned out very bad.
There are things you can do and get away with. And there are some things you can do and you will not get away with doing them. So while we can say, like AY mentioned when he came, he said there are different strokes for different folks. Yeah. But even as the stroke, if you stroke one area, you might get away with it, and you stroke another area, and it is lifetime.
Folks will gather.
They go committee for you.
Beyond that, even you, lifetime implication of the challenge you have used your hand to stroke. So let's talk about the medical implication of some of these things, these assessments that we do, because the person on social media that put it out there was saying, looking at it from the beauty perspective. And I was jokingly telling my husband that if there is any surgery I want to consider, it is a tummy tuck. He now told me that Shebi will remember late Stella Obasanjo and what happened. That you don't want to be used as an example of be looking for what the doctor sign you will give you. And there are many people that have lost their lives on the surgical table trying to do one assessment or the other. Some as little as infection from piercing because they did not do it in the right place or with the right professional people.
It just even go wrong.
It just goes wrong. So I would like us to talk a bit more about those areas. So Ramatu already mentioned our own strong points.
Yes.
You don't want the tongue, Abi?
Yes, the tongue and then the belly button part, because I've seen a video of somebody who pierced her belly button and she was hospitalized. I think after some time, she even passed away and all of that.
Wow.
It was really very, very bad. And then you notice, like me, for example, you know, I pierced my second and I noticed that it refused to heal. I wanted to do more, but because I know now that my kind of skin is not the type now, so I didn't go further. So I'm just not
like me, I get scared a lot, and regardless of the fact that even in my for long time I wanted to do all those things, I had to wait to do it in an environment that I had insurance. That's why I said I had to wait. Like when I traveled to do it. Why? Because before I even did my eyebrow, whatever, they'd have to do a test. You guys said you had to now do it before you found out. You won't get to that point. They must do a patch test on you to know if the needle is okay for your body or if something is okay. But then you wait for 3 days before you know if you can proceed with any, whether even tattoo. You sign consent and there's insurance.
So do they do tests around
So it's on you as an individual to love yourself well enough that even though you want to explore, you want to do certain things, make sure that you're doing it in a place and in a space where they have the right medical resources to make sure that things don't go wrong. Things can go wrong regardless. People try to have babies naturally.
People die.
And people die. A lot of things happen. So you can't use that to base statistics, because even though you're talking about surgery, there are so many people having these surgeries every day and
they are fine.
So
just to digress a little, from what she said, I mean, you talked about tummy talk and the position of your husband. That's a man that we must commend. Yeah, we must applaud him. Because, you see, the pressure on most women comes from the men.
Yes.
It comes from the men. Now, you see this very curvy, beautiful, flat tummy woman, and then you put her through all sorts. She don't give you 3 children.
And you now
and then the next thing, you want to assess her. And you want that flat tummy, you want everything, and you begin to put pressure. Look, what's all this? What's all this under my roof? And then when you put that pressure on the woman, and then she's not going to do what not me, and at the end of the day, you probably end up hearing stories like this. So, kudos to Oga. I meant to Mona slow down, now to do.
So, I'd like to have your final comments on this, because we have plenty questions for, you has gisted with us, but I want to dig into, I know you have a movie coming, I know you have plenty things, but I want to first have final comments from the ladies. They will take a break, then come back and get into your own.
Enter him. I think basically body modification, body enhancement, the first thing is talk to yourself individually. Like the first caller said, are you sure that when things go wrong, you are going to be there to be accountable for your deeds? People begin to tend to shift blame. Oh, it was the doctor that didn't do it well. Oh, it was because the injection had... You took yourself to them for experiments, in quote. And like Amaka also mentioned, yes, people that just wanted to bring another life to bear. Anything can happen. So firstly, know yourself, know thy body. The one that Amaka is saying is for advanced country. You go and do skin patch. Your financial pocket, this suppose skin patch. All of you guys to go to Yaba on that bridge, know that when the die cast, you are on your own. And maybe make you have reserve money in case of incasity, like my people used to say it.
My final what I'm going to say is know your body type and also just appreciate yourself the way you are. There's no need to go and start trying to enhance some other things and all. I remember on this show, there was a time I was saying that, I really want to have hips. So I've done all the squats and everything, and still not there. I've accepted myself the way.
And love yourself the way you are. Yeah, I think it's a very powerful point to end. Self-love. Yeah. Self-love is extremely important. If you are trying to get accepted by a man, friends, society, and that's the reason you are doing piercing, tattoo, and reshaping your body, you will do everything and you will still feel empty. So feel yourself properly with, my own perspective, the word of God. Fill yourself with your own love. Fill yourself with self-love, and from that point on, every other thing is secondary. Yes, I also in Omojesu too wants to have flat tummy after twins, but that's life. And I would remind myself again that we'll take a break. Those that know, they know. When we return, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
The show starts in 3, 2, and...
We're here again on your screens this beautiful morning doing what we do best.
Oh, hello guys. Come closer. Now this is not a magic trick, but I'm about to show you the best breakfast show on television. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
This is Wake Up Nigeria.
On Wake Up Nigeria, we take your mornings from drab to fab. A quick look at the newspaper headlines to keep you updated on news and current affairs. There's sports, great features and places to go, and things to do.
47, 48, 49, 50. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's lights, cameras, and movie madness here because we squeeze the best blockbusters into bite-sized reviews. Our award-winning and sometimes Guinness World-breaking chefs perform a culinary masterpiece every single morning inside of the kitchen that leaves us salivating and asking for more. Our book reviews is always a page-turner with thrilling stories,
You don't want to know what we were discussing. You can see everybody laughing. You don't want to know.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We have bust AY's ears today on this show. Oh, no. We are going to be talking to AY himself.
Cleansing.
I am
after this fiber.
When I was introducing you, I've spoken about your philosophy. You had a very thriving, positive career. From comedy to TV show to mentoring, creating a platform for many other comedians to discover themselves. I can never forget, I watched Apororo's Discovery. And and now he has become everything, you know, because there was a platform created. And then you went into movie. And at first I was like, just stay to the one you stay in your lane. But then the movies, now we have part 1, part 2, and you've also thrived there. And I know that now you have something coming again. But how has it been like juggling or rather transforming yourself, the metamorphosis over and over again? How does that make you feel pressured to want to do something else that is bigger?
Well, the movie part, let me start off by saying that I didn't just get into movies by accident. I'm a trained theater artist.
Wow.
I majored in directing.
Wow.
So a lot of people, the part that they see is, let me hear you say, So when they see you, so you're just like that guy who's just coming from nowhere into an existing space. By training, this is supposed to be me. So, I mean, comedy gave me inroads into the industry. Sure. And of course, you know, when you are trying to build a brand for yourself, it comes from one aspect. And then you can just knock on the doors of what you understand and love to do as well. And that's how, you know, I got into doing movies. And as a matter of fact, from the very first one till date, it has been good. The first one even put us in the Guinness Book of World Records. Yes, as the highest grossing movie from Africa at the time. And you know, for me, when music is good, you play it twice. So I metamorphosed into making some other films, from 30 Days in Atlanta to a trip to Jamaica, 10 Days in Sun City, Christmas in Miami,
you went into Merry Men.
1, 2, 3, and then we did Almajiri as well. That was another one. And we're back again with The Waiter. The Waiter is going to be in cinemas nationwide from the 20th of December.
There's enough time. Let us watch the trailer. Should we watch it now, or should we? Let's do.
It's a teaser, actually.
The teaser.
It's a teaser.
Okay, so let's watch the teaser. Maybe it will form the basis for the next questions the ladies will throw at you.
Is found. Hey! Break it down to you, moron.
It feels good to follow someone who understands their environment.
I know this place like the back of my hands.
So now the back of your hand with this, Abby?
Lord, have mercy.
Come on.
That's it. That was
the back of your hand.
no, I can't wait.
Heavy guns.
This is
If I'm going to ask you, I've noticed that also having a background in filming and movie making, if I'm going to ask you, I know that this very recently, there are some of you movie producers who don't mince in production. Some
Serious
producers,
money.
yes, because if I was look at your movies, I'll look at like a Funke Akindele movie, there's a lot of destruction, which ultimately boosts the movie. But do you say at some point there's always like, let us still compromise, or let's go all out first, then the compromise can come later?
The compromise doesn't work anymore in this present time. I'll make you understand. If you don't put the necessary value in the film,
we'll lose everything.
You will lose everything. The patronage, everybody, because gone are the days where we just accept anything and say, okay, they are growing, they are coming up. If you call it business, it has to reflect, you know, in every form, from your creativity to the kind of talents, to the kind of story you're telling, because nobody is just ready for you to just come with all, even if you have all the razzmatazz in place, and you don't give it that value, and there's nothing to take away from, they'll wait for you on Twitter. They will dissect you by the time they finish your career. You will know what to do when next you go to your drawing board.
Because this brings me to Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, and how, you know, we were hearing that Netflix is leaving Nigeria.
So in a way, before now, yes. In a way, so you don't see the numbers coming back.
We're cheating ourselves.
Yes. And so when all of this conversation and occurrences goes on, it affects the business itself. So let's give them time to re-strategize. But how does it affect us, like you said? I will say that it's going to be a big blow, because the kind of money we put on the project that we do, we don't usually get it back from the cinemas, because we don't have enough cinemas. And of course, even if you see all that billions and everything that we come up with, by the time they do that sharing ratio
formula,
you know, for the cinema owners, the distributors and what have you, you will be shocked that even FRS and the people that are coming for us, if they know how much,
where remain.
but then when they want to come for us, they come with that number in focus. Wow, AY must have made 1 billion. Let's go for it. I said, look at it on the table. This is it. I want me married. Say.
So I want to ask this question. So are you part of the people who were being funded too by this particular distinct?
I have never been funded.
Because one of your friends went on and said that...
Not one of my friends. Mention his name. Basketman. my colleague, my brother.
Yes, he went and he mentioned that some of you didn't really use the funds for what you were supposed to use it for.
Yeah, I mean, he got his information right, because that happened. And even before Netflix came, all of that was happening with BOI, at the Bank of Industry.
House. Nigerians.
That's what he said.
There are a lot of people who collected money from Bank of Industry at the time. But I can attest to the fact that same thing happened with Netflix, because they have like a due process, and they have a payment structure. Netflix doesn't just come out and give you the money. So there's a structure in place, you know, and when they are funding you, even they will so put the money together, even yourself, you not see the money spent, because it will be segmented for different parts. So I wouldn't know how the other people, maybe the first 10%, they'll use it to do the job, and then the other ones, they'll do what they have to do with it. But notwithstanding, all of this is just a wake-up call for our own industry. We need to come up with something. We need to set up our own platforms. It's high time we relegate ourselves from believing that it's the man on the other side that is going to come and help us. You know, now we're depending on YouTube. You see a lot of us now.
Everybody do full movie.
You see, we go on YouTube, you know, and then we don't encourage the few Nigerians who probably came up with such ideas. I've seen some of them come up and they pack up because we're not encouraging them enough. So, well, it's just a wake-up call generally for everyone.
Let's look at funding as regards movie funding? Because these days, the movies you people project or you bring out, they're usually quite heavy.
Yeah.
Sometimes people feel that, oh, it could be self-funded. Sometimes it's a group of
Just
people where you have the executive producers. And you've also said now that nobody has funded you. So these millions of naira, where does it come from?
My name is Richard Ayo Deji Oluwagboye Babamiga MAKUN.
Okay.
I work so hard. It's just like I do AY Live. I do a lot. I'm an influencer. I do quite a lot. So what happens with my own brand is that AY Live is coming up now. Money is going to come by the special grace of God. You direct some of that and invest into filmmaking. Now this is December. Money is going to come. Whatever money is going to come, I'm also going to direct into AY Live. So for me, the circle must be complete. If anything goes wrong, it affects
every other person.
Yes.
Every other thing.
So for me, that's the reason I am not looking at, and I'm not very comfortable borrowing. I am one of those people that can't sleep if I have your money in my system.
Why borrow if you have the money?
Yeah, but then big businessmen who are my friends, they say you are a joker.
Yeah.
You must
get comfortable.
Borrow. You must have that money to just say that I have one money to, and then take that loan, service the loan, pay whatever you want to pay, and make your profit. I'm trying to learn it, but I'm not there yet.
Okay, so let me also ask the question that is on everybody's mind. Is there going to be a premiere or something?
Of course.
Yes, so before the 20th, right?
There's a premiere that's happening. It's being packaged by Live Sports. It's going to be part of the entertainment
events for
a week in Lagos. Yes, EWL, the one that is being put together by Daria Talade and his lovely wife. So I mean, you can be rest assured that we're going to be having one of the
Live Sports. They are good.
Yeah, no, they are good. They are good. They are second to none actually. So and that's the reason part of the investment and spending money. That's the reason we have to say, okay, these are the people that will do it. So that, you know, everything about your film starts from the premiere, the way it's being perceived, you know, and you know, the business of show business indicates that you must have something to show for the business.
But your trailer is really good though.
Okay, so let's talk about the movie, right? So what inspired the story? What brought about the story? Did you just think of the story and then you got someone to help you?
Now stories, I usually come up with all my stories for my films, and I try as much as possible to make them relatable to the
societal happenings.
Yeah, things that are happening, because gone are the days you're just going to come up and say one lion they pursue monkey and nobody's buying all that. So now, as entertainers and as a comedian, I'm a social commentator, and as a social commentator, you must talk about the things that are happening around you and try as much as possible not to hit below the belt as well.
So they don't ban you.
Wisdom. Yes, you must find a way to create that aesthetic balance. So for me, the waiter tells the story of our present day society and the struggle that we're facing, the common man on the street in his capacity as a waiter, and you find yourself in a situation and becoming the hero. It's just a way of encouraging people that anybody here can become, you know, that hero if need be.
Let me take this call from Abuja. Nene, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. I want to direct one suggestion I have to AY.
Okay, please go ahead. It's all ears.
I'm here.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me, Topper?
Yes, we can hear you live and clear. Loud and clear.
I want to direct this question to AY. It's a suggestion, sort of. Okay, AY, good morning.
Madam, somebody, I greet you.
Nene?
Okay, my name is Nene.
Okay.
I'm calling from Abuja. Sometime in 2017, December, I attended your audition. And Merry Men. You know, I had come in from Kogi, we were at the audition, and at the point you said you needed married women that looked young. I jumped out. Okay, yes, so I have
The line is breaking.
Line is breaking.
I'm so sorry, Nene. We have just 2 more minutes on the show. We would not want to. We can't wait for the network issues to go. But I'm sure AY is someone that would appreciate every feedback. There are always blind spots when it comes to production, and some people taking advantage of opportunities that are created. So please, it helps us to grow. Yeah. Send it to him via DM, send it via email. It would definitely get to him. But we cannot end this show without giving information about how to watch The Waiter, which is the latest movie coming out from AY.
I was waiting for that. If not, that table. Okay, The Waiter is going to be in the cinemas nationwide. So anywhere you have cinema in Nigeria, you're going to see The Waiter. And as for publicity, if you look around, you see we've taken over the billboards and whatever. You see, you get all the information, whatever cinema that you need to find yourself to see The Waiter. It promises to be exciting. It's engulfed with a whole lot. Action, comedy,
action is
everything put together.
They actually break that bottle.
It's not the regular Nigerian film. It's not the regular one. So even if you've seen anything that AY has done before, just call everything rehearsals. This is the
movie.
You know, like Michael Jackson said, this is it. Before he died, but I'm not planning to die yet.
No.
But this.
You are in gang vampire.
This is it.
I think I have one for AY that you must hear. Andrew Instray from YouTube said, I want AY MAKUN to produce a World War II movie about Nigerian soldiers in Burma or fighting in North Africa against the Nais or those Nigerians who flew as fighting pilots to the RAF.
It is doable. I want you, your family member, to give me a World War II money.
I tell you.
Yes, show. It was amazing having you on the show today. Thank you for gisting with the ladies.
Thank you.
And we definitely all wish you the best.
And I'm getting to know the ladies now. So from TV. It's a free trick.
It's not.
They are hot.
Behind the scene, it goes down.
We really enjoyed having you. We wish you the best with The Waiter. Nigerians, see you. Don't go and watch hacked version. Go to the cinema, spend time with family. There's so many movies coming out this season, and that's because a lot of Nigerians are putting effort to entertain you with true, genuine Nigerian stories. So go and support them. Watch The Waiter on the 20th of December. That's what we can take on the show today. It's been a beautiful week. See you all, tomorrow. Your VPG will come tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.